Imagine turning down a dream job, skip college, and walking miles just to avoid buying a car. All this done in the name of spirituality. Does such a religious organization exist that would make you sacrifice all this? Sounds extreme, right? And that's exactly what the Jehovah's Witnesses are subtly teaching in this drama that we are going to analyze today and see the extent to which the teaching actually aligns with biblical principles, which they claim they follow passionately. But here's the truth. They won't show you in the Bible where this is written. But is this dichotomy biblical? Let's visit Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 19, and it says, when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil, this is a gift of God. These are the scriptures Jehovah's Witnesses don't quote. And this is Tell Me Dr. K, a channel in which we discuss matters of theological nature, no matter how difficult and uncomfortable they might be. Because on Tell Me Dr. K, no question, no topic is off limit. I continue from episode 1 of this video. But now it's important to understand that it's not about choosing one or the other. The Bible encourages a right balance, enjoying God's blessings while maintaining spiritual priorities. Also consider biblical examples of people who are heroes of faith, very spiritual and very wealthy. Abraham, very rich in livestock, gold, silver. Genesis chapter 13 verse 2. He was so wealthy that his household was like a nation. When his nephew Lot was captured together with kings of Sodom, he just used his workers to go and capture them back. Job, the man that God said that there is no one in the whole earth like Job who fears God, challenging the devil. He was blessed even in that state before the devil wreaked havoc of his life. He was so wealthy, but he used the wealth in the right way. But even in the latter part of his life, the Lord blessed him abundantly, more than before he lost all the properties, all the wealth, and the children. The latter blessings were more than the former blessings. Job 42 verse 12. Joseph of Arimathea, in case you say I'm just quoting the Old Testament, a wealth man, but a secret disciple of Jesus Christ. Matthew 27 verse 57. The problem isn't wealth, it is idolatry. At 8 minutes, another character references Romans 12 verse 2. Stop being molded by this system of things.
Where's your car? Are you serious? Your car's busted again. You need a new car, man. Can your parents drive us, or?
Well, they want to study right now. We can walk, they'll meet us there. The bakery's just down the street. We'll pick something up for the Rodenkos.
All right.
Hey, you want some coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can I have 2 coffees and a box of tarts? Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Your coffees will be ready in a minute.
I'm just waiting on our drinks. Hey, what are you so into?
Bro, they just released the entire season 2. Let's binge watch this weekend.
Yeah, I don't watch that show anymore. It started getting weird. All the heroes live together in that house and date each other.
Right, but it's about the action scenes. It's not like it shows them having sex.
Order's up. Your coffees are ready.
I'll get it. Here you go.
Thanks, man. Hey, Jake, about the show, here's a scripture that helped me out. Romans 12, verse 2.
Right. That one says, stop being molded by the system of things. But you know I wouldn't do those things.
Yeah, but it also says, be transformed by making your mind over. I honestly felt that that show was making my mind over in the wrong direction.
Okay, but you'd still do what's right.
Sure, but Let's say, for example, you're interested in someone. Let's say Vicky.
Maybe.
Well, imagine the two of you start dating. You'd find good ways to get to know each other and see each other in different situations. But if your mind isn't fully made over to Jehovah's way, how far might you go?
Okay. I see your point, but I'm still not convinced it'd trip me up.
Yeah, but it's worth thinking about.
If this video is resonating with you and you have so far driven benefit from it, kindly do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and smash the notice bell so that you can contribute to making this message be seen by more people. He claims a TV show was making my mind over in the wrong direction. Well, it's wise to guard our minds. This interpretation risks encouraging blanket avoidance of cultural engagement. Let's consider a full verse. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, this scripture is not saying you cannot create wealth. This scripture is not saying you should not have ambition, you should not succeed. This scripture is focusing or warning us against using the ways of the world, the ways of people who don't know God, to create wealth or to live by. Because the people of the world, of this system of things, don't care about God's standards, about the Bible, as long as they achieve what they want to achieve. Now, Paul's point here isn't about abandoning the world entirely. It is to discern God's will. It says for us to discern God's will, the good, acceptable, and perfect will of God, is by renewing our minds. And remember, Jesus himself dined with tax collectors and sinners. He engaged culture to transform it. At 6 minutes 36 seconds, a car breaks down. A friend says, "You need a new car, man?"
Hey, you ready to go?
Yeah, but where's your car? Are you serious? Your car's busted again. You need a new car, man. Can your parents drive us, or?
Well, they want to study right now. We can walk, they'll meet us there. The bakery's just down the street. We'll pick something up for the Rodenkos.
All right.
But the implication is clear. Material limitations are acceptable if it supports spiritual goals. But what about practical responsibility? Doesn't Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 say, "Anyone who does not provide for their relatives has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever"? This is also another verse that Jehovah's Witnesses will never quote for you. Avoiding financial planning actually harms family, not help them. JW teachings may lead members to forego higher education, good jobs, or investments. This can cause lifelong economic hardships. Some report guilty over buying necessities or pursuing personal goals.
Let's consider one more situation. You younger Christians approaching adulthood must make decisions involving education and employment. There may be many choices, but which ones will help you live up to your dedication to Jehovah? One sister said this: "As a baptized witness, I had read and heard about the dangers of pursuing university education, but I dismissed such warnings. I thought that counsel did not apply to me." Well, our sister made a personal choice in the matter, but was it a wise one? She continues, "Studying for my courses took so much time and effort that I was too busy to linger in prayer to Jehovah the way I used to, too exhausted to enjoy Bible discussions with others, and too tired to prepare well for the meetings. Thankfully, once I realized that being immersed in higher education was damaging my relationship with Jehovah, I knew I had to stop. and I did. Of what do these real-life examples remind us? In Satan's system of things, we will face challenges that test our determination to put Jehovah's will first in our lives. Like Barak, personal desires could distract us. If that ever happens, we need to take quick action to correct our viewpoint, as did Barak. Happily, through the Bible and spiritual instruction from the faithful slave, Jehovah helps us make better choices in personal areas of life, such as those involving secular education and secular work.
Now, it's important to understand that this blanket condemnation of materialism or wealth by the Jehovah's Witnesses, the governing body in particular, is actually dangerous. To tell members to forego higher education, well-paying job offers, actually promotes a situation where members live in lack. And when they grow old, they might end up living in poverty. And many of them have endured lifelong economic hardships. And unfortunately, because they constantly hear this message over and over and over again, the message is reinforced in kingdom halls, in family Bible studies, on videos, in JW magazines like the Watchtower, the Awake.
The events that are to come. Sarah?
We want to develop heartfelt obedience to the guidance that we receive now, so that we'll obey any future instructions Jehovah may give us. And so doing this will help us survive Armageddon.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Very nice, dear.
May I ask Brad a question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Brad, I notice you've really been focused on that picture. Do you mind if I ask what you're thinking about?
Well, will the brothers tell us how to fight the people who will be attacking us?
In fact, some members have actually reported feeling guilty about buying something nice for themselves. For you to get the conclusion of why Jehovah's Witnesses wants members to perpetually be poor and live a life of hardship, watch part 2 of this episode. Now, if this video has resonated with you, kindly do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and smash the notice bell so that you can contribute to making this message be seen by more people. If you have any contribution, kindly put it in the comments below. If you believe that this video will help somebody else, kindly share with him or her. In fact, you can share with as many people as you think will benefit from this video. To watch the video in which Stephen Led was condemning materialism, click on this link. To watch the video about the March 2025 broadcasting by Joe Dellinger, click on this link. To watch other videos with Jehovah's Witnesses teachings against materialism and wealth, click on this link.